And there we are. Took a minute, had to end it and then restart it, and we're back live. So here we are live. Welcome, 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 everybody, to Waffle Board Breaks. This is the most exciting night of the break season. The last box before the reload is in. Reload spots are live on eBay right now to end, of course, on Sunday. Right now, we're at 27 boxes. We're doing one tonight. We could do two. 17 is still a trigger box. So 17 hits, we will open up another box completely free. And that, of course, will get us down to 25. I have 14 going in. So it's either going to be 39 or 40 for Sunday. Spots are live. The last jersey arrived, I believe, yesterday. And I threw the pictures up. The Calgary white Adidas Andrew Mangiapane. So that was the 14th for the reload. So everything is live. Spots are all live. You guys can get your bids in at your leisure. I have my boxes built. I think I only have a couple I could reuse. I'm actually out. I got to reorder another pallet of boxes for the next reload, but that's neither here nor there. I'm ready to roll for this one. We should be good to go. Jerseys are all here in the bin in front of me. I'll be doing the boxing up video most likely Saturday morning, either before or after I ship off the jerseys you guys have hit since last Sunday. Last Sunday. I have last Sundays. I have Tuesdays. We finally hit the McNabb Vegas. So now we're down to 5 single box runs on that left side there. 5 single box runs. 17 is the only trigger box. That's our oldest box that will trigger another box opening completely free. The other 4 boxes are also single box runs from their reloads. Of course, the middle column, we have 2 stacks of 6. So 12 total boxes from 2 runs. That's the May and June reload. And then July, we still have the 10 boxes from July reload on the right column. So everything on the table. Like I said, I got a 5, a 12, and a 10. So they're uneven, but at least I have an idea where the runs are coming from when I grab the boxes. So just one box tonight, unless we hit 17 on the randomizer. So your odds of tonight are really 1 in 26. So 1 in 27 is the random. And then, of course, if 17 hits, we open up another box. So you really have 1 in 26. So 17 hits, another box will come. And that'll be, of course, 1 in 26 odds for that second box. But just one box, unless we hit the trigger box. We've been saying that will stay for until we hit it. Like I said, that's always going to be our trigger box. So even though we reload on Sunday, if we don't hit 17 today, and we hit it 1 or 2 boxes on Sunday, we'll open another box as well. So no matter what happens when 17 hits, there'll be a second box that night. So that's just the way to think of it. Whether it's a midweek Facebook claim, there'll be a 2-box night, and then if it's a weekend, it'll of course be a 3-box night. So, but that's the deal with that. Thank you everybody for filling. Like I said, Carl Z's looking for the combination closer mojo. He actually has that spot, so he's not always looking for the trigger box mojo, but he's looking for closer mojo as well. So, Carl Z, welcome coming back in, closing us up. We got, like I said, it's a pretty regular crowd. We got Thomas M, Nick F, Ty T. We got Steve S, JG, Brett G, Father Son Duo. We got who else? We're looking at CK's in, Daryl's in. Daryl had a box break in front of you. Daryl and Nick F both had Dylan Larkin come out in their respective rooms. Daryl had just 1 box over in his room. Nick, I think it did 3, jerseys in Nick's room. So the last one was a Dylan Larkin. Who else we got? We got CK. I think that's everybody. Yeah. So DLC grabbed a couple spots. So it's a pretty good room. I think was it 10 or 11 people. So it's pretty fun when it gets down to 1 in 27 box odds. I would love to be in similar breaks, but there's not any like that. Of course, we got into the high 30s over in Nick's room tonight over and whatnot. And Daryl's now getting back up to 50 after tonight's. Of course, over at Big Al's East Coast stuff, I think he has there's 10 on his table. I think he ordered 20 boxes usually of the 60. So no matter what. I mean, you got 1 in 60 chance of whatever comes out, and it's a set checklist on that. So obviously your odds increase pretty much. But you don't know, he may not have, every one of those hits. He's got usually a third. So the most he's ever come close, I think, is a half of a series. But so yeah, get over that, and that'll be Monday night over at Big Al's, of course. I think I'm not sure when Daryl's doing another claim. Is it tomorrow? I guess it'll break next week. I'm not sure if he's in here now. I know Nick's off until next Tuesday, so Nick will be back on Whatnot for next Tuesday. So so definitely, yeah, stop by those rooms. I'd love to see the hits come out of those rooms as well, whether they're jerseys that have been hit here. And of course, I usually pick a Chase jersey in each of those rooms. I got one that's on the way. I got a couple jerseys I've ordered for the next reload that are on the way. I got a bunch I got to send out to JSA. So I do have the JSA package. That's going to be at least 4, maybe 5 or 6. We'll see how many I can get that need GSA COAs, but they're all legit. I mean, I don't question any of the ones that I buy to ship off there. So oh yeah, no, so that's we went hard tonight, so you got that, and hopefully the mojo carries over from your other spots as well. So good luck with that. Like I said, everybody, like I said, we don't believe it's on any real cold trees now. I mean, we have a couple people that haven't hit in a while that don't grab tons of spots, but like I said, I think we've had 11 of the last 12 boxes have been a different winner, which is absolutely crazy. Nick, of course, hit the 2 before that, and then I think we did a little stretch where we had 5 or 6 different people, and then I think Nick had hit a couple times before that. So some of you guys start to get on heaters, and you continue them, whether you continue them here or you continue them at the other breakers. I mean, that's just how it goes. Sometimes the heater transfers to other break rooms. Mine has not, evidently, so I just haven't hit the one box since the first week of July. But yeah, I would like to hit again. Like I said, hopefully I'll get in. I got into one of the breaks over at Nick's tonight. Of course, I'm in Daryl's, and I'd love to get into Big Al's if I see anything in the series that I would like to chase, but it's tough to chase stuff just for my boxes. I'd rather have something that I would PC, especially doing a pick one, get one, or get two. My backup jerseys, which I've hit before, are perfect jerseys for my boxes, because I know the East Coast stuff is all quality as well. Like I said, it's got to pass the muster. Even though, anytime I get anything that's questionable, I'll give it away if I have to you guys. But they've been pretty good. Like I said, stuff that's coming in, even the stuff without COAs, I'm pretty confident that it's legit signature. Just needs a COA from a legitimate company, and JSA. I kind of help keep them moving along. But what up? Very, very nice. Thomas M. showed a little late, grabbed some spots. He's got a couple of his regular spots, not his main targets, but he's got a couple spots that I know he's had in the past. So good luck to him. Like I said, I love all these jerseys. I can't wait to see what gets hit. Like I said, I would love to see a monster come out, but 1 in 27 odds. I mean, you're talking. I mean, this is your guys' time to shine. Randomizer is going to pick somebody tonight, unless it's the trigger box. Then we pick another box. But the randomizer definitely will shine tonight. You feel good about yourself. Make sure you take your break mojo and go elsewhere, or get ready to use it on Sunday. So, but yeah, I said, obviously, I think Ty hit the last one. He hit the McNabb, which he had chased on and off for a while. So he's back to try to go back to back. So, yeah, a little late. Like I said, I mean, I understand. Like I said, I was over kind of, watching, trying to get Nick to get his box open. And, once we decided how they're going to box it, I mean, I had both windows open, getting ready for 8 p.m. And, that was the second box, I think. So I was able to watch that. And then, of course, the claim post went live. Dale, of course, was right there ready. Some of you guys are more on the trigger. I mean, some of you guys come and go. Like I said, we've had Ron not been with us some Sundays in a row. And then, of course, Mike Z's taking a little break from the breaking as well. But some of you guys, especially even like some of the guys like Jason R and James M, and those guys, they'll be back evidently at some point in time, but they just take some little breaks here or there, especially during the off season. But we'll see as the season gets closer. Like I said, I was talking earlier last week or Tuesday about some of the free agents that are out there still unsigned. And I was talking about, of course, Tarasenko, who I'd like to have Tampa look at. But I was thinking also Patrick Laine is another one because he's been so banged up over the last half dozen years. He's never been able to put more than between 30, 40, and 50 games together. Missed almost the entire season last year. And Montreal told him, shut it down, don't come back. Of course, he's a free agent now, and like I said, I heard rumors of him having to come into as a PTO tryout. But I mean, this is a guy that's scored. He's as a teenager, he put up 70, 80 goals in his first 2 seasons, and after his third season, it kind of all started to break down with him. And like I said, he washed out basically in Winnipeg and moved on to Columbus, and then from Columbus he moved on to Montreal, and now it's up in Montreal. But knowing the Tampa's core unit, he's definitely a player that I think they could shelter if he needs to be sheltered. The dude's like 6'4", so he's got decent wheels. He's just not a great up and down player. He's definitely a sugar man, but in fact 2 years ago in Montreal he had 20 goals and 15 of them are power play goals. So we know that ability is still there. It's just a matter of, do you want to commit the money to him if you have to worry about whether or not he's going to play? Like I said, he didn't play a full season with Montreal 2 years ago, but of course 20 goals with 15 on the power play. I mean, he's going to get a contract, I think. And, he's obviously 28. He's only 28 still. And then Tarasenko's 34 with 2 cups under his belt. Obviously, he won one in St. Louis and won one with the Panthers. Obviously, he's not the superstar goal scorer he was, but he's definitely a player that knows that there's a role for him on a team trying to make a cup run. So, I mean, we'll see if the Cooch influence is something that brings Tarasenko into Tampa. Obviously, Brisbois is going to have some magic with the cap, and he's always done that really well. But they did ship out some big number of guys. Obviously Radish got huge numbers from Toronto. They brought in John Carlson to replace him on a shorter deal, but like not as much money. And of course, you lose guys like Nick Paul. Replace him with a backup goalie. I mean, obviously, you definitely have to have a plan, knowing where you have to utilize that money effectively. But we'll see. Like I said, just one box tonight. I'm excited. 27 boxes. Like I said, this is about as low as I really can get. I mean, obviously, if we hit 2, it'll be down to 25 after tonight. But 27 boxes is as good as you're going to find anywhere on the interwebs. Be my guest. Find it. And if you do, send me a link because I would like to get into those breaks as well. So, but there's all good stuff here. I mean, a lot of these jerseys, some of these jerseys have been chasing for quite some time, and they're all some really great spots. And of course, we just have 22 of the 27 are from the last 3 months of reload. So it's pretty good. We cleared out a lot of old stuff. I never like to see stuff sit around too long. And there'll be some really, really great jerseys from the last 3 reloads. And I hope you guys enjoying the stuff going in for Sunday. Like I said, 14 jerseys. The pictures are all up, and of course the boxing up video will be probably Saturday morning or maybe Saturday afternoon delays. We'll see what my schedule looks like for that. But I've been mailing out everything that hit last weekend and this week. And of course, we'll be doing the video with the boxing video. Boxes are here already made on the shelf. So I'm ahead of the game with that. But like I said, the Sunday comes upon you really fast. So we'll see how it goes. So good luck, everybody, tonight. One box. Like I said, this is box 693. We're well over 700 total jerseys, probably like 700, almost in 20-something jerseys. We're not quite. I don't know if I have something planned for box 700. It'll be on me quick. I think it's the Tuesday would be a Tuesday after a double box, and I'm sure I can try to drudge up something free to give away to you guys because 700 is still kind of a momentous number. I mean, it's not as huge as 500 or the 2-year anniversary, 3-year anniversary, or 1,000, which is coming at some point in time. But box 693 is pretty good. So we'll see. We're getting close to 700. So thank you everybody for your continued support. Whether you're new, whether you're old, if you've been here from the get-go, or whether you come along recently to be a healthy contributor, you guys all have my appreciation and love. So let's do it. Where's my randomizer? My dice. Here it is. And my list. Okay, there's my boxes. Okay, very good. Okay, of course, we roll the dice. We'll do 5 or more. Our boxes will randomize. So 5 or more in the dice roll to come up with the amount of times we're going to randomize the full box list all the way to 61. Like I said, this new boxes will be 14. I believe that runs to 65 or 66. Nothing will be skipped. 76, rather. Nothing will be skipped. So it'll be 62 through 75 or 76, I guess. And nothing will be skipped. So there we go. It'll be in order again. So good luck, everybody. 79, 82 or the next. And they're both single box runs. So everything, these are all single box runs. 17, 43, 79, 82, and 11. And then, of course, 19. There's 6 there. Then 6 more, and then 10. So good luck, everybody. Let's do it. This is fun, exciting. 27 boxes, 5 or more. It is 8. Double 4s. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. 8 times the list. Okay, let's do it. 1. 27 boxes. There it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the box tonight, last box before the reload, box number 32. 32. 32 is in the last 2 months. I don't know which one it is. 8 times box 32. 8 times box 32. Okay, here we go. Very good. Let me get that back out our dice for Sunday. Where's my list? Back out box 32. Ooh, geez. Box 32. Okay, it should be a 1 and 6. So you guys want to make some guesses. 32 is there right in the middle. Let me see what we got. Okay, let me see. Box 32. 32. Okay. Woo-hoo. Okay. Okay, very good. Box 32. Box 32 right here. Okay. Box 32 it is. Oh, he's calling Scotty B. Oh, very nice. I said I've gotten lucky in the last several months. I had the Joel Quenville Art for Whalers. This beautiful Scotty B is the Hockey Hall of Fame custom, but it's like a old school style custom. It's got the Hockey Hall of Fame logo on it, similar to like those old CCMs. And then, of course, I was able to snag a nice Coach Stanley Cup winner. I'll show you that when it arrives. That's not going to be in this reload. It'll be probably most likely in the that would be in the September reload. So the August reload is, we already said, it's 14. But come September, there will be another coach coming in. So we'll see. We'll see if this is Scotty B. Number 32. Okay, yeah, it's 1 and 6, right? Let me see. We got different people here. 6 different people in this run. Good luck, everybody. Woo. Box 32. Very good, very good. Very, very nice. Box 32, what do you got for us? Last before the reload. Oh, Hall of Famer, one of my all-time favorites. 6 Stanley Cups, 5 with the Oilers in 7 years. one with the New York Rangers, Glenn Anderson. How you about that one? Oh, one of my all-time favorites. Scored one of my favorite goals of all time. 5-hole third period, right through Ron Hextall to clinch the 87 Cup. There it is, East Coast Sports COA. Very, very nice. Glenn Anderson. There it is. Number 9, Hall of Famer. 6 Stanley Cups. Say Fanatics, Edmonton Oilers. Their old school style he played when he wore there, of course, just like in the 80s. Obviously, that is the Oilers colors. This is now kind of their retro jersey they use, but that's it. Glenn Anderson, number 9 in your scorecards, number 1 in your heart. Glenn Anderson, fantastic hit, Hall of Famer. AJ Sports COA. Let's see who that one today. Like I said, different people with every spot in this run. Brett G. Boom! There it is, Brett G. Man, he forced aside Jake and said, oh, I want to hit again. Brett G. feeling it. Congratulations. There it is. Brett G. watching live. Congratulations, fine sir. Like I said, you guys weren't here early to claim your spots, but boom. You managed to drop into the Glenn Anderson. Congratulations. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I have one in my PC. I'm a huge Glenn Anderson fan. In fact, I think one of the first ever graded rookie cards I ever bought was a Glenn Anderson. I avoided graded cards for a long time, and I decided to jump into the 80s, rookie cards, PSA stuff back in the day. And the first one I got was a Glenn Anderson rookie card. So there you go. Congratulations on that one. Absolutely beautiful. Sorry, of course, for everybody that did not hit. Your odds are now gotten much worse. Well, not much worse, but we're up to 40 on Sunday. So 1 in 40, 1 in 39 will be our box odds. Not terrible, but getting better every break. We got a bunch of new stuff for you guys to chase. Still some monsters that get hit in these last couple reloads. I cannot wait to see us come out of there. But congratulations, Brett. Very, very nice. You're starting to feel it too a little bit. 2 hits in the last week or so. So congratulations to you. Very, very nice. Like I said, I love Glenn Anderson. Hit that over in Dale's room, I think. Very, very, like I said, I have mine from many, many moons ago, but there it is. Very, very nice. So congratulations on that one, Brett. Thank you much, everybody, for the continued support. I look forward to seeing everybody back here on Sunday. Of course, I'll end this tonight, so it's not on eBay anymore. The only spot right now I can't list is still the Sorokin. So after these spots end on Sunday, I will post any unsolds. I'm sure there'll be some. And of course, I'll post the Sorokin as well. So those spots will be available. Probably, like I said, the spots end starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Usually I try to get to them probably 7:30 or so. 7:45, get the list of the unsolds up. So, usually I can give you guys updates when that's coming. But I look forward to seeing everybody on Sunday. Look forward to seeing the battles on the new stuff. But here is Glenn Anderson is no longer with us. Congratulations, Brett. I'll box it up, ready to ship it out probably Saturday morning. So there we go. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for the continued support. I'll see you guys back here Sunday evening. Thank you much, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the week. Take care, guys.